I spend a lot of my time in the charitable foundation world doing grant writing, talking to foundation officers at charitable foundations about our work and managing that whole process of getting grants in the door to fund the pro bono legal work that we do. I also work with our individual donors, so everyday folks from small donors who are giving you $5 or $10 up to folks who give 5- and 6-figure gifts. And I talk with them on Zoom, and the pre-COVID times, a lot of it was in person. I would travel across the Western US, meet with folks in their homes, meet with them over coffee or lunch, and give them updates on what we're working on. They would tell me about their concerns. Either sometimes their concerns would be generalized, like climate issues en masse, and sometimes it would be very specific to where they live and something that was happening in their backyard. Those conversations were always interesting to get a gauge, you really get to understand how people are thinking about environmental or climate issues, not from media reports, but by actually sitting down and talking to people. And I've made, it sounds kind of awkward in a way because I'm asking these people for money, but I've had friendships develop from these meetings. And it's an interesting thing when you meet with people, you talk about awkward subjects that can sometimes be awkward, like money, and you get to know them and you kind of form kind of a special bond. So, I have donors who have made estate gifts to us that, were in their will, and that's a pretty intimate thing to talk about. And you're honored to kind of be brought into this inner circle of their life. And they're putting a lot of trust in your organization, and that's a big deal. And I think that trust is built through putting in that time and effort of talking with them, explaining to them, what we do, thanking them and appreciating what they do, both in terms of giving to us, but just what they do in their personal lives. It does not pay to be dishonest. It does not pay to take things for granted. This is something I've learned over my career a lot is, the person who gave you $10, $20, $50 a year passes away and you find out, you were in their will and you're now getting $500,000. That is not something that happens super infrequently. That happens. And you want to treat all your supporters and donors with respect and appreciation. When I worked at Earth Justice, I had a coworker, Terry, and he used to tell me this when I was younger then, but I'm glad he told me this because it stuck with me forever. He said, the old grandma down in Southern California sending you $10 to protect the grizzly bears. That $10 every month might be really important to her budget on a fixed income, and she's deciding to send some of it to our organization. So whether or not she ever gives us more than $10 a month, we need to respect that and appreciate that.